Oh no. Actually, you can probably hear me right now, but I'm going to hook up this mic really quick, if possible. Hang on here. Bear with me, folks. All right. Works. Hopefully, you guys can hear me now. Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right, it's on. We're rolling. Happy Friday, y'all. What's up? What's up, everyone? We're over here with Miss Kiwi. She's over here causing havoc already, digging more holes. We are trying to be mosquito free over here, but I wanted to go ahead and do some quick announcements for the nursery. First and foremost, this Sunday, the 17th, will be closed. So I will be over at the DeBerry's Farmer's Market right down the road. Got the invitation, so we're like, hey, why not? Let's go ahead and give it a try. So that's the one thing. I think that's the 17th, if I'm not mistaken, this Sunday. I think today's the 17th. Crap. I'm sorry, y'all. Today's the 17th. It is the 19th. Sorry. So this Sunday, the 19th, we'll be closed here. Catch us over there, 9 to 2. We got some cool stuff. I'll show you guys around. But also, really quick, we got, and I don't know, Nana, this is more Nana's, this is her little love right here. This is her baby right here. So this is 2020 at new logo alert, y'all. Yes. All right. We just added some. It's probably going to be upside down or wrong way, but anyways, added some mangoes to the logo there. But this year we did Rockin' Rowberry Jam. And what's in it? Well, roselle, mulberries, sugar, and water. Very simple, very clean, all grown right here. Size of sugar, right? But the roselle was made right here. What's up, y'all? And the mulberries are the Thai dwarfs that we have gallons of. So figured why not? We'll go ahead and put them together and Rockin' Rowberry Jam, y'all. The 8-ounce or half pint, they're going to be 9. And we do have some actual pints. All right. For this one's 15. All right. So you do have the pint and the half pint. Trust me, this stuff is delicious, y'all. If you can get your hands on it, you're going to enjoy it. What do we recommend this with? We've already been making, well, by we, I mean the family, right? So my sister's made like some nice danishes, more like phyllo dough, like wrapped. It's like cream cheese style. And this right here just sets it off. It is amazing, amazing jam. You can put it on bread with butter, ice cream. I mean, you name it, you're going to love it. If you don't like mulberries, you're going to like the roselle. It's a nice little zing with a little bit of sugar. We don't add a ton in there, but very, very nice. It is a small batch this year. So we only have, I'd say, less than 50 units. But I'm still getting a few more calyxes harvested here. So I'm trying to go ahead and find out how much more we can actually have. But I want to see if tomorrow we're going to go ahead and release it. If not, Sunday for sure at the farmer's market, we'll have some available there. All right. But once it's gone, it's gone. It is one of those annuals that got to utilize it as fast as possible, and off you go. But we do have some, so check with us. Let me show you all around since it is Friday. Hang on here, folks, while I work out the kinks. What are we doing in here? Well, always up potting and getting things ready for this beautiful weekend. We got great weather ahead of us, so been getting some peppers in, different herbs like spearmints, mojito mints, oreganos, and such. So got a few more tomatoes in here. Really cheap, folks. $2 for these patios. They are huge, and I don't want to go ahead and mess with them, so come grab them, because if not, you're gonna have to stabilize them and all of the such. And yes, I put them in containers and put them onto the trailer that way. They are more wind resistant. You got the chilies. These are sweet. Whoa, they didn't like that. These are not hot. These are sweet. All right. I had to come back in here and chop a lot of these Mexicans down because the squirrels will get in here and they hide in the moringa and also the Mexicans. And she just comes back in here and barks her butt off. So sorry, neighbors, I'm working on it. Working out the kinks. She's a little pup and she loves to tell me where all the squirrels are. So hence why there's containers around the moringa base there. I am going to go ahead and give it a nice trim, but I will selfishly say that I am being greedy and I want these pods to make more. So I will go ahead and allow this to grow a little bit longer, and it's nice wind cover for my plants over here. So it does protect a little bit. So anyways, what else do we got? Mexican sunflower cuttings. We got pineapples, different types of cherries like Savannah cherries. We got some Savannah cherry seedlings. I was going to graft them onto or make more Cherry the Rios, but I am releasing some that are quite large and beautiful that someone else can actually grow. But Suriname cherries, here's one my grafts that I made, and that is a Cherry the Rio on Savannah cherry. So that one's going to be for sale, or actually is for sale. We got Sugar Rush Peach, cooking up some nice sweet heat peppers. Amazing. Tune in, because that is going to be maybe a nice ingredient for another small batch of this stuff here that we're making, because I like heat. Add in the sweetness in there. So that's all that she's missing there on my end. But we can still got some mangoes, Cogsall, Carry, lemon meringue, lemon zest, fruit cocktail. Some of them are taking too much sun, so I put them over here a little bit more in the shade here. But the rest of them are looking quite nice. But still got a few triple sec, the elephant mango, East Indian, Julie. Come on by and take a look. We got some lemongrass and these Acapulco mixed peppers. Ornamental but hot. They do burn. They're nice. They're cute. Got some Jabos in here still. Red hybrids. We got some Sabra and the Blanco that I went ahead and grafted on there. Went ahead and up potted her. So that one's grafted right there with white on top and then the Sabra down below, if that's your thing. We do have a Carry that I grafted. This is a GTN exclusive as well. 30 bucks. Yes, 30 bucks. We'll take her home. All right, there's my graft down below, and off she goes. Produce tons of fruit. Or if you want one from the nursery that's tagged and you know that it's legit and you don't trust me, I get it. You got one over here. $4.55 that includes the tax. And trust me, folks, these little trees will give you lots of fruit. And let me catch this little bug that's in here, tearing up my leaves, just taking all kinds of chunks out. They don't understand that I'm trying to rehome these trees, and it's a little bit tough when the foliage is all beat up like that. But no, I guess they find it mighty tasty. All right, what else? 7-gallon avocados and mangoes are 80. This jujube putting on a plethora of little flowers and fruit. Already holding quite a few on there. It's nice to see all the little pollinators come around and visit the little flowers. So this one's still here. I'm very surprised. It is 7 gallons. We do 75 includes sacks. We do have one more achacha as well. Puts on this lighter green growth for the moment, and then it will turn a little bit darker. But that's 7 gallons as well. But you better be in a nice warm place for that one. That one's not advisable this far north unless you build and you create that structure that she needs here in the winter. Not going to say that it's impossible. Just got to tell you that you got to work a little bit for it. Yeah, I stood up the beautiful sweet ahi. She got blown over pretty bad. We had some nice wind and rain that came through here, so kind of lifted her up like a little puppet here. So that way we can keep the fruits off the ground and folks can have a little bit more. But before we go ahead and go through there, we do have some figs and more figs. Yes, we got a few of those. Olympian, G.E. Neary, Celeste, a couple more Barbados here. Still got them. We still got them, folks. Listen, people want Barbados. That's like, you take these to the market with no fruit. They're like, no, sir. You have to juice them to the gills to where that way they're dripping with fruit, and then they will buy them. And then they won't produce for the next 3 years. But that's the name of the game. Don't say it too much. All right. So, Oro Negro. Beautiful new growth on there. Last one. This one won't make it for the week. And I promise you. 2 worts over here and a couple of Florida hosses. I am running low, but we will get Mo. Don't worry, folks. Poncho and Mexicola Grande on the same tree. On the same tree. That is wild. How do you do that? How do you do that? Just grass, folks. That's a nope. Just grafting, just messing around. $60, takes them both home. And I always say that, then I sit there and stare at her, and I'll move her in the back. I know, because I don't have a lot for. Oh yeah, and Auntie Lily's all over the place, but I don't have a whole lot of budwood to make more. She's growing way out of here, and these are basically like a 8-footer ceiling type of shade. They are huge, folks. Beautiful, and they taste like whatever you want them to taste like. Smother it and cover it with whatever sauce you want. Hopefully it's something healthy, but it's up to you. At least you're getting your greens, and the variegation is kind of cool. The purple ones are always sell out, so that's why we got all these beautiful green ones, but y'all don't want to eat your greens. You get more in there, but semi-shade, watch them grow. This is a nice leaf right there. That's a good size one there. I mean, pretty big. Anyways, eat your greens. What else is cooking up? Mulberries, and mulberries. All Thai dwarfs. Got a few Bryce's World's Best over there, but all Thai dwarf for the most part. That's the best. 2 sour sops, a few more over there. Got more sugar cane coming up. I'll show you a quick little round in here. We are open today, so don't know how much time we got, but thanks for tuning in. Little sugar apples are starting to slowly but surely wake up. Just now popping, so different times. Little seedlings of this and that I gotta take care of. Everything always needs something, right? Whether it needs to be watered, up potted, fed, moved around. That's the beauty of it. This little loquat is slowly but surely just stalling out. I am no grafter of loquats. That's actually like my first one, and no good. I don't know what I did what I missed on that one. These little twisted up jabos are looking good still. Got a few of those. Little cuttings of this and that, but things are slowly but surely looking good. I just found one, my first DED black sapote. Didn't really make it. Doesn't look great. I will put her down here in the shade somewhere else, but the rest of them look quite nice, excluding the nice weeds in the pot there, but all the rest of them are kicking off some growth. So not the worst or not the hardest to graft, considering this was my first time and only one looks somewhat sad. The rest are slowly but surely showing me some love. Oh, there's another one here. September 2nd. Yep. Yeah, this one doesn't look great. I'll give it some shade and we'll see what we can do with her. What about the bud grafts? Well, these are still slowly but surely cooking. There's a nice Maria that's growing really nicely there. Love the new foliage on that. And out of 2, this one over here did not make it. But it was a top piece of the budwood there, so I wasn't expecting too much. Here's a Maria bud right there. And we're waiting to see if she pushes out. Can she do it? She's still got some color, so I am hopeful. If one of these make it, these will be the first buds on the Maria, so we'll find out. If not, we still got some regular. Oh, can we focus? Can we do it? No. She's an old phone. Yeah, just on the very tip on there. You get a little bit of growth. This one's still green, but anyways, we will propagate her regardless of what. And also, I did do some bud grafts for the M4 as well, because I went ahead and took down the last fruit, and I decided to trim her as well at that time. So took a few, and I realized that I only have one M4 tree. I was like, oh crap, I only got one, so let me go ahead and make some more. So we'll find out. And if I can get bud grafting down, then I think we'll be on to something. There's still tips and tricks to doing it, you know. It does take a little bit longer. Ideally, I would be doing this earlier on in the year because you could see how everything is pushing out way slower now. So, but you do what you can when you can, right? But anyways, everything else is cooking. Oh, these over here, the earlier ones, these are VPs. They are looking darker, but you never know if that bud just really decides to wake up there and decide to push out. This one's got a little bit of, hang on here. Of course, he decides to kick up the weed eater, right? Can we? No, we're not going to focus. I know you guys are focusing on the weeds behind it. Don't focus on the weeds. Anyways, we're not going to focus on that. Anyways, we're slowly but surely, we're being patient on those grafts. Everything takes time, folks. Don't handle the fruit. Please don't handle the fruit. Yes, of course. Let me go to this side, folks, because I don't want y'all getting blasted by that noise. I know. Happy Friday, folks. Hopefully you guys are doing all right. Yeah, the M4 just got a bunch of Mexican sunflowers dropped inside of it. Feeding it, gave it some plant tone as well. You can see all the beautiful worm castings. You can see all of that beautiful black gold in there, right? So worms in pots, right? If they're grounded, you know there's worms in there, and there's worms in all of my pots, right? So they say worms are bad. They're going to eat your roots, right? That is what the intranet says. And what they also say is they can eat the roots when there's no more organic matter, right? So if they're in there, shouldn't you just continue to add a little bit of organic matter to feed said worms in there? I don't know. Listen, I haven't done this for that long, for 10, 20 years in the same pot. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, this is the way to do it. I'm just sitting here pondering it over, going, wait a minute, they say one thing, but worms are in here. No, they're not native, but they're in here. And all this is fertilizer, right? All the worm castings is fertilizer. So can it be that bad? You're sitting there just feeding them. They feed that, but they're eating the roots. But don't you want to root prune as well to a certain degree? I don't know. Listen, we're working this thing out together. We are growing together. This thing got beat up by the flies of some sort. Yay. Barbados cherry's kicking off a ton, but still nothing. Oh, there's one there. These fruit flies and such are getting to it, though. Look at that. It's all beat up. Ants like them. The birds like them. You will get a few, but if you're not out here on the daily, can we get her in there? If you're not out here on the daily, you'll miss them. And because a lot of them take a little bit to turn, the animals will find them before you. They're greening up in there. Anyways, what else we got here? Beautiful day to do yard work. That's why you hear all of everyone going nuts. Out here grabbing a few more calyxes this morning. Dude, I'll tell you what, once I took off that fruit, this PPC got really sad on me. She started drooping, the leaves got sad. It was like I took the wind out of her sail. Like literally, I felt bad because I clipped off that fruit in the video, and within like the next day, all these outer leaves were just drooping down. You could tell like whenever, like this right here, just started getting pretty ratty. Just happened whenever I cut that fruit off. So she wasn't happy. She's pouting right now. Giving her some water, but she's gonna adjust, folks. Don't worry. I'll talk to her later. Tom Paris doing just fine over here. Still here. I may keep her through the winter and install here in spring. We're still working out the kinks. She's like, it's happy where you're at. I know. Lemongrass, folks. I'm telling you, this is good stuff. And when you wear it, you can sit there and smell the nice scent. It's beautiful. Uh-oh. She's on to something. She's on to something. Found a mole out here the other day, just sitting on top of the earth. She's always, oh, you got any ready yet? Still green. Some of them got a little bit of that scab on there, which, what are you going to do? You got to work through that. You don't eat the skin. You only eat the inside anyway, so not that big of a deal. More flowers coming. But you can see exactly what the roselle is doing. It's going, they're going to attach to me. See, she wants to climb on every single thing, so you have to keep her all by herself, because if not, look at this towering tie. She's like, you're going to grab a hold of me and you're going to take over. I know. So I'm trimming her back, keeping back the passion fruit. That way she doesn't attach to this one here. This one's going to be a big plant. A late bloomer. I don't want to keep her around too long just because of the powdery mildew, but quite interesting to see the difference of foliage. Let me show you here. Oh, I ripped it wrong. This is the towering tie versus the normal red roselle. So this one's got spiky leaves. This one's totally different there. It's got 3 there, and then it gets a little bit bigger. I guess 3 all the way, yeah. Anyways, edible leaves, edible flowers. Flowers are nice. They don't taste like much. They open up, they eject, and then the calyx swells up. But that's how we're making that jam, y'all. Right from here, folks. As we get better, as I learn to do this a little bit better, I will have more next year, right? I screwed up this year with the roselle, so I take full responsibility for my actions. I apologize. But we'll have some more. If we can incorporate some other fruits into the jam down the road, so be it. And I am throwing in the white in there as well. It's not for the flavor, it's that stretch. It is roselle. Look at this hole right there. Man, she is just tilling up all of my land out here. She doesn't care. She's like, there's a mole here, I promise. Before you know it, it's just ruts. No, there's no hogs out here. It's just her chasing vermin. But that's her job, and why can I sit here and complain about that? But anyways, look at Miss Venus over here. Really happy that she moved. And this growth. Exploding with new growth. What am I going to do for winter? Cry. No. Maybe I'm going to have to do like a small structure. Depending on, I know. Let me go to the other side. This guy's going nuts. I think it's a chainsaw, actually. Hopefully y'all can hear me. You guys hear me all right? Somebody. Mic is on, but Rolenias are still holding and flowering and showing me false like hope, but it's okay. I know that they're young trees. They're working the kinks out. You see that? There's a spent bloom on there. Oh, this one's done, and then a little bud that's going to more than likely fall off. Another one here, but it's all right. I know the fruit is big and it does take time, so patience is the name of the game. Leaves are gorgeous on here. Oh, and I found out this whole time that Baldo is the same as the toilet paper plant. I was wondering because it has a nice little scent to it, very soft. But yeah, look it up. Sri Lanka, for real. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you from all the way over there. I had to do it, folks. I had to keep another one back here. I stole her from the floor. What? Who is she? We gotta know. Listen, y'all, this one I have not tasted, have not fruited her here on the property. Found out that it is delicious and it's great for making more. So who is she? Well, she's cold hardy down to the mid-20s, which is nice. Smaller fruit, bigger seed, I know, but she's good for making more. Miss Lula, welcome home. Oh, can we focus on that? There we go. Green, 14 to 24 ounces, November through February. Nope, haven't had her yet. So let's fruit her. Let's see what she can do. And also, got to make more, right? So got to go ahead and incorporate some more avocados here, wherever space allows, because I am filling up quick here. One of the best looking avocados here on the property is this Russell, this long neck. And maybe because it gets the most water as I take this turn, but the new growth is looking great. Hasn't flowered or done anything, but I'm hoping that this next year will be her year. I haven't had any rain here in a couple of days, so everything is drying out after a ton of rain. So it is quite nice. Beautiful day to be out. The Sacha Inchi is growing to the top and doesn't know where else to go. She's like, well, now what? She's just growing off to the side, and this is like a Incan nut. Look, she's I'm gonna stretch and I'm gonna grab a hold of this mango and off I'll go. But not today, girlie. You're gonna go back into the scrum in there. Yeah, there you go. That'll work. But anyways, a little Incan nut. Haven't had it. Supposedly it's like a chocolate peanut, a chocolate covered peanut is what I've heard, but don't know. They're watching you. Whoa, they're always watching you. Listen, look at this on the Ceci. Looking fantastic. Next year, and hopefully next year, y'all. Because, man, what a mango, y'all. Finally, the pomelo fruit is gone. It got rehomed. And finally have some katuk fruit or nuts, whatever you want to. Where are they? We don't believe you. There's a baby one there. We're starting to produce here. This thing's like doubled over because the Mexicans are right behind it, so it's like pushing it forward, which is all right. But anyways, we got a ton of little nuts happening, so come on by and try these katuk nuts. Very nice. It's like a raw peanut, a little green one, hopefully. Oh man, he's still going. Real quick, since we're back here, look at CAC. It's getting huge. New growth, looking fantastic. Right now, things are just steadily growing and showing, folks. I don't put everything out there, but a good time to be out, good time to put that sweat equity into your property. Then in a couple years, you'll come out and you'll go, wow, I remember when I went out there and put the seed down or dug the hole. But, oh, we got somebody here. Dun, dun, dun. All right, folks. Looks like we got to go. Anyways, check it out. Let me spin around. Kiwi is the alarm. Anyways, it's Friday. Y'all have a great weekend. Come back and see us. We'll be open tomorrow, 10 to 6. Sunday, again, we're closed. But hang on here. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, yeah. Got a customer. All right, folks. Check us out a little bit later. Got to go. Give me 1 sec.